Yeah, I was really looking forward to Brian Kohberger's next couple of hearings. They're this month, like May 14th and May 16th. And, the gag order's been driving me crazy, so the hearings are all we got. The ones that are coming up are whether Idaho's quadruple murder suspect can get a fair trial in Latah County, or whether he will win the change of venue that his lawyers are clamoring for. But if you were hoping, like I was, for, I don't know, the case to move forward, sorry, that justice will be carried out behind a dark veil. You will not be seeing any of it. No judicial hearings. No. Reporters won't see them either. And guess who else is not allowed to come into that courtroom for a judicial process in the United States? The family members of the victims. They will not be allowed in either. This is the secrecy that was apparently requested by the prosecutors, and today the judge sided with them. Closed everything completely. So it's not just gag orders anymore, folks. It's entire hearings. Today's hearing, on the other hand, was public. And Brian Kohberger was present while his lead attorney argued in vain that the public has a right to see and hear everything that happens in this court. In the process, Ann Taylor also dropped a bit of a bombshell. She outright accused the prosecutors of cherry-picking evidence of Kohberger's whereabouts on the night of the murders. She says this hearing needs to be in the public eye, unquote. Couldn't have said it better myself. So I want to bring in Jesse Weber. He's an attorney. He's NewsNation's legal contributor, and he knows a lot more about this stuff than I do. But I got to say, Jesse, I'm a little mixed up. It feels like it's Alice in Wonderland. Ann Taylor wanted things to be very, very quiet at the beginning, too. She was part of the whole gag this whole process a year and a half ago. Now, suddenly, that doesn't suit her. Why the change of heart?
Well, we have two different perspectives here, and I'll just come off of the bat and say, I'm disappointed in this. I've been following the case from the beginning as a member of the media. I want transparency. I want to see more of that. Put that to the side. Ann Taylor's of the position. And by the way, the prosecution and the defense, they are both worried about the same thing. The public perception of this case. They are worried about tainting a future jury in this case. The defense is of the position, everybody thinks Brian Kohberger is guilty, but he's actually innocent until proven guilty. And they're of the opinion we need this hearing open so that the public can see that the prosecution is not handing over evidence that they should, put their feet to the fire. What evidence do they really have? We need to reverse the narrative. The prosecution put forward the argument, and this is what the judge sided with, that if they keep this hearing open and they present certain evidence without context or without explanation, members of the public are going to create assumptions. They're going to create rumors. There's going to be speculation, and people are not going to look at this case for what it really is. And both sides are concerned that this is going to taint a jury pool. And remember, the whole idea of trying to get a fair and impartial jury in this jurisdiction, it's a major issue. And so I can respect both sides. I'm disappointed. I would have liked to see, these hearings. And for the judge is in a very careful position. The last thing he wants to do is create a Harvey Weinstein situation where he creates an improper ruling. Brian Kohberger is convicted, and that's overturned on appeal, and he has to be retried. That actually will create more pain and trauma for the family. So it's disappointing, but I also, in a way, understand what the judge did.
Yeah, look, it's a death penalty case. It's going to cost this state millions and millions, untold millions, if they want to take it right through to execution, if he does end up convicted and does get the sentence of the death penalty. So, yeah, you got to get it right. You don't want to do a mulligan on that one. And if you get to execution, you don't get the mulligan. So Let me ask you this. Ann Taylor seemed to hint today that the prosecution has given her discovery, right? That she gets everything. Prosecution gets what it gets, and then it hands it over to the defense so that they can defend. It's the way it works. But she is alluding to the fact, she's suggesting the prosecution's been giving selectively edited videos to her. Is that how you read between the lines, how she was sort of asking the judge for help?
Mm-hmm. It was basically, my understanding, it was the surveillance video of presumably Brian Kohberger's car. Remember, what we learned is that they believe that the prosecution says that his car was around the crime scene 4 times on the night of the killings, between 3 in the morning and 4 in the morning, sped away 16 minutes later. And they're saying, well, the audio wasn't provided. Isn't that so curious? Now, I don't know what that audio would presumably show or what you would hear that maybe would say that this is not Brian Kohberger or there's more to the story. I think it's interesting. Prosecution's of the opinion we're not hiding anything. Their big argument has been we are giving everything over to the defense. Sometimes we don't have it in our possession. And they've made a big argument that a lot of this evidence is in like the FBI's possession. We're getting it when we get it. And
thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.